Hey there. There's something truly magical about classic muscle cars. The roar of a big V8 engine, the bold and aggressive styling, and the sheer presence these cars have even when they're just sitting still. Muscle cars aren't just vehicles, they're icons of American automotive culture, built not just for transportation, but for adrenaline-pumping thrills. Today, we're diving deep into the 10 greatest muscle cars ever made. These aren't just fast cars, they are legends, each one with its own story, its own legacy, and its own unique impact on car culture around the world. 1. 1968 Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500. Let's start with one of the most legendary muscle cars of all time, the Shelby GT 500 Mustang. Developed by Carroll Shelby, a former race car driver turned visionary engineer, the GT 500 was the ultimate Mustang of its era. The 1967 and 1968 versions packed a monstrous 427 cubic inch V8 engine, boasting a claimed 625 horsepower, although many enthusiasts believe it was underrated. This wasn't a car for leisurely Sunday drives. It was built for serious speed, featuring a heavy-duty suspension, a race-inspired 6-speed manual gearbox, and styling that shouted aggression from every angle. The long hood, flared fenders, and signature racing stripes made it instantly recognizable. The GT 500 symbolized American muscle in its purest form. Raw power combined with iconic design. It was a car that could tear up the drag strip and turn heads on the street, securing Carroll Shelby's legacy and Mustang's place in muscle car history forever. 2. 1970 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. Next up is the 1970 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, Chevrolet's sharp reply to the Mustang's dominance. The second-generation Camaro was redesigned to be sleeker, lower, and more aerodynamic. The Z28 package transformed this Camaro into a serious contender on both the streets and the track. Powered by a 5.7-liter LT1 V8 engine producing 360 horsepower, paired with a close-ratio 4-speed manual transmission and a race-tuned suspension, this car could handle sharp corners and launch hard off the line. Unlike some muscle cars that screamed for attention with loud graphics, the Z28 was a sleeper, understated yet deadly. Its performance was proven on the SCCA Trans Am Racing Series, where it competed fiercely against Mustangs and other muscle icons. The Z28 remains a favorite among collectors due to its perfect blend of speed, handling, and aggressive styling. 3. 1967 Chevrolet Impala SS. The 1967 Chevrolet Impala SS might not look like a typical muscle car at first glance. It was a full-size sedan, designed for comfort and style, but don't be fooled, it hid a monstrous powertrain beneath its refined exterior. Under the hood was a 6.7-liter V8 pushing out 425 horsepower, one of the most powerful engines GM offered at the time. The 67 model brought a new level of sophistication with hidden headlights and a smoother, more sculpted body that made it both elegant and aggressive. Despite its size, the Impala SS could outrun many smaller muscle cars, making it perfect for anyone wanting power without sacrificing space. It also found a second life as a cult favorite in TV and film, notably in shows like Supernatural, where its iconic silhouette captured a whole new generation's imagination. 4. 1970 Chevrolet SS LS6. One of the absolute beasts of the muscle car era, the Chevrolet SS LS6 combined brute force with street legality like no other. Before this model, GM restricted engine sizes to 400 cubic inches for mid-size cars, but when those rules lifted, Chevrolet wasted no time unleashing the LS6. The heart of the Chevelle was a 454 cubic inch V8, officially rated at 450 horsepower, but many believe it delivered closer to 500 horsepower due to its high-compression internals and a huge Holley 780 carburetor. The LS6 could rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a blistering 5.4 seconds, even on the skinny, bias-ply tires of the era. This made it one of the fastest American muscle cars straight from the factory. Its aggressive stance, bold stripes, and roar turned heads everywhere, cementing the Chevelle's reputation as one of the ultimate street beasts of the early 70s. 5. 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. For Mopar enthusiasts, the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda is the stuff of legends. Unlike the regular Barracuda, the Cuda with the 426 Hemi was a no-compromise, high-performance monster. The 426 cubic inch Hemi V8 produced a hefty 425 horsepower and featured hemispherical combustion chambers, an engineering marvel of its time. This engine was fully cast iron, with a twin exhaust system that gave the car a deep, thunderous growl no muscle car could match. Only about 652 Hemi Cudas were built in 1970, making them extremely rare and highly coveted today. The car's iconic shaker hood scoop and bold, aggressive styling made it impossible to ignore. With a 0 to 60 time of just 5.6 seconds, the Cuda was not just a head-turner but a true contender on the drag strip. 6. 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge. The Pontiac GTO is often called the original muscle car, and the Judge version made sure Pontiac stayed on top during the muscle wars. The Judge was a performance-focused variant designed to offer maximum power for a more affordable price. It came with a Ram Air 3 400 V8 making 366 horsepower, with an optional Ram Air 4 engine bumping that up to 370 horsepower. The Judge's wild colors, aggressive decals, and rear spoilers made it stand out in any crowd. Only 17 Ram Air 4 Judge convertibles were built in 1969, making them one of the rarest muscle cars ever produced. The Judge embodied the rebellious spirit of the late 60s, with an attitude as bold as its performance. 7. 1978 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am SS6. Though the muscle car era was winding down by the late 70s, the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am SS6 refused to fade away quietly. The Trans Am became a cultural icon thanks in large part to its starring role in the 1977 film Smokey and the Bandit. Powered by a massive 455 cubic inch V8 engine delivering over 370 horsepower, the Trans Am was one of the last great V8 muscle cars before emissions and fuel economy regulations choked performance. The WS6 Special Package added upgraded suspension, wider wheels, and performance tires, making the Trans Am surprisingly agile for its size. It was the muscle car that bridged the gap between classic muscle and the emerging performance cars of the 80s. 8. 1969 Dodge Charger R/T. No muscle car list is complete without the 1969 Dodge Charger R/T. With its aggressive split grille, hidden headlights, and muscular body, the Charger was the epitome of Mopar power. The R/T came equipped with either the 440 Magnum or the legendary 426 Hemi V8, delivering blistering acceleration and a deep exhaust note that could shake the neighborhood. Its status was cemented by appearances in popular TV shows like The Dukes of Hazzard and countless movies, making it a pop culture icon. The Charger R/T was a perfect balance of looks, power, and raw muscle, a car built for those who wanted to dominate the streets. 9. 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429. Designed for NASCAR homologation, the Boss 429 Mustang was built to crush the competition both on the track and the streets. The huge 429 cubic inch V8 churned out 375 horsepower, but what made it special was the engine's power band. It came alive at high RPMs, making it a beast at speed. Ford had to contract car craft to modify Mustangs to fit this massive engine, adjusting the inner fenders and suspension to squeeze it in. Only 1,358 Boss 429s were made, making it one of the rarest and most valuable muscle cars ever. It was more than a car, it was a rolling race engine with a license plate. 10. 1970 Dodge Challenger R/T. The Dodge Challenger R/T was the latecomer to the muscle car battle, but quickly made its mark with brutal performance. It came equipped with a variety of powerful engines, including the 383 Magnum V8,
Is that all there?
446 pack,
All there. You
and
see
the iconic 426
I'll
Hemi,
take it on a
producing
drive.
up to
I'll bring it into the shop,
425
take out the air
horsepower.
cleaner,
Available
make
as
sure
both
there's no
coupe
fuel
and
leaks.
convertible, the R/T could be optioned with luxurious SE packages featuring leather interiors and vinyl roofs. The Challenger became famous on screen in films like Vanishing Point and Death Proof, helping cement its legendary status. Its blend of raw muscle and style made it a fan favorite that's still sought after today. Bonus: 1969 Mercury Cougar Eliminator. Finally, the Mercury Cougar Eliminator was the Mustang's sophisticated cousin, bringing muscle with a touch of refinement. It came with a powerful 351 V8, but buyers could also upgrade to the Boss 302 or even the 428 Cobra Jet for serious performance. With racing stripes, blackout grille, front and rear spoilers, and exclusive paint jobs, the Eliminator had the looks to match its power. Though not as famous as others on this list, it's a highly respected muscle car among enthusiasts who know its true worth. These muscle cars defined an era when American horsepower ruled the roads. They combined raw power, aggressive styling, and a spirit of rebellion that still resonates with gearheads today. Which muscle car would you choose to drive? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into automotive legends. Thanks for watching. Keep those engines roaring.